Hello, good morning. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Leo, I wanted to show you how this country is prepared when it comes to bad weather. Where I am, um, it is about 10 a.m. in the morning, and we are expecting a winter storm in the next few hours. Now, as you can see, this is this is a parking area for a supermarket. I'll show you around. Then you can see for yourself how how these people are prepared. And then you wonder if we had this kind of weather in Africa, would we be prepared the way these people are organized? Now, these trucks that you're seeing uh, with the shovels attached to them, they're normal trucks. But when it comes to winter, that's what they normally do. Now, as you can see, the road is also salted, meaning that they don't want the snow to stick on the tarmac. So people today are shopping because this is going to be about about seven about 7 inches of snow that we expect. And these trucks are normally contracted by the county and their personal trucks. That like that one that you've just seen, it is carrying some salt. Uh, it's carrying some salt ready to splash them around. So let me just follow it a bit, and then you see what I'm talking about. Now you see that truck just way ahead of me. That truck is carrying some salt inside it, and that's what you expect in this part of the country or parts of the world where people are prepared for any kind of disaster, be it war, be it snowstorm, they are ready. So this kind of preparedness, you would not find it among our leaders in Africa. That is why when we sometimes emphasize on good governance, we know what we are talking about. If you have been in this part of the world, you'll understand what I'm saying. Now, these trucks today, it's 10 a.m. The weather looks good. It's calm. But the weatherman has predicted that by 11, exactly 11, or by 11, if I'm not wrong, the snow will start dripping. Now, all the schools are closed. All the schools are closed, and they were closed yesterday. So students are not going to school. If you are to report to work, then you'll have to go. You'll have to either go work early, like you'd be to work now, but in the next few hours, in the next few minutes, you should be leaving to go to your house. So that is how things are. And you can see the trees during winter, the leaves are shredded completely. So this is a very interesting phenomenon that you'll only see here in America. So this we are in winter. When spring approaches, then you'll see the leaves springing back uh, during spring. Then summer, the weather is so good and everywhere else is green. As you can see, the truck is also loading some food supplies ready for customers to come and buy them. So we are going to be maybe home for the next 4 days no work, no nothing. If you depend on wages, then hii ndio wakati that you'll have to survive on your savings, because if you don't have savings, then you will not eat. This country is built by laboring. You have to work so that you eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. That's the way it is. So that's just a sneak preview of what is happening in this part of the world. So today I came to get my supplies. I want to rush into the supermarket so that I don't, I'm not locked up in uh, in my house without any food supplies. Just, you can see the trucks are ready. These gentlemen are ready to deal with the snow once it starts. So this is how things work in this part of the world. So ukisikia kuna mambo na snow, to my viewers in Uganda, in Tanzania, you understand that language so well. Burundi, habari zenyu, you understand Congo, munaelewa hii lugha vizuri sana. So wakati wa snow, hizi ndio maajabu tunaona katika hii pande ya dunia. Mnaweza barikiwa na uchumi mzuri, lakini Mungu hawezi wapatia kila kitu. So this country was blessed with all the resources that you can imagine, but God did give them one thing: the weather. Hey, weather ya hapa ni extreme. They are extreme. So you see this truck here, as you can see, uh, keep back 100 feet, some 100 feet, because you you see that that thing that is put on behind the truck. That is what where they put the salt. Those brown things that you're seeing there is actually salt. So they put the salt, and then it spreads it on the road. Uh, all the roads, especially the main highways where the trucks normally use to supply, goods across the state. So they want things to move. They will not shut down because of bad weather, but there are other major highways that things have to move. There are major roads that things have to be going on. So this is how well prepared this county is. This is a county government preparation. It's not a national government. So you can imagine if you're coming from a county that they cannot even prepare for, uh, for floods or anything. Money is given for flood mitigation. They they eat that money when children are hungry. They eat also that money. When it comes to health care, they also eat that money. So it's interesting. We need to start thinking of how we can have some kind of organization in Africa, and especially Kenya, where I come from. We need a lot of organization, and we need to start talking about the reality of things on the ground. These issues of supporting mediocrity leadership while the rest of the people are suffering. We still have Maram roads in most major rural areas. We have Maram roads, and nobody talks about them. So these are kind of things that we need to be really emphasizing on in uh, in Kenya. So apart from that, I think we have a duty as Kenyans to play a very important role in the development of our country. We cannot just keep quiet and see these leaders embezzle funds that are meant for the people. So we need to work hard. We need to think about our country, put our country first, just the same way Americans are putting up their country. They put their country first ahead of any other country, and that is why we find ourselves in a situation where we can't deal with it. You know, we can't. We have been too dependent on aid, msaada, tusaidiwe kila mara, tusaidiwe. So wamekataa na msaada wao. We need to put our acts together. Uh, we need to put our acts together. Now the weather is still good in most parts of Africa, but when it become very bad, like with the climate change and things like that, there will be no funding for you know for countries that depend on aid. Yeah, countries that have got refugee influx, like my country. There's no more aid for you, and you have to deal with the situation. So we need to put our acts together. If you look at what members of parliament, an equivalent of Congress here, are fighting about and justing about, then you wonder whether we will ever get development in Africa. So let us put our acts together. Let us put Africa before any other continent. Let us harness the resources that we have. And most importantly, let us elect good leaders so that we can have a good country called a good continent called Africa. If you come from any country that is in Africa, please stand up, especially the young people. I urge you to stand up against this mediocrity. I urge you to stand up against your leaders, from the grassroots leadership to the top, and not even just the presidency alone. Elect people who are able to bring change and diversity in terms of leadership. So some of these videos that I shoot here is just to inform you of the small little things that we can do, and you realize that there are some people who are doing things better that we can copy, although we don't have snow in most parts of Africa, but we sometimes have extreme rainfalls that cause floods and havoc, and people are displaced. Uh, there will be rains coming very soon. What are the leadership doing about it? Last year they had the same, but they are quiet. They don't even know what to do. They're busy just eating that money that is meant for disasters. And when it strikes, you see people coming out and telling the media or the president to come and help them. So let us use the resources that we have so that we can have a good country called Kenya, where I come from. Uh, think about the leader that you elected in 2022. Have they delivered? If they have not delivered, then you have got a date with them in 2027. And more so, if they're extremely bad, then there's a constitutional mandate that you need to rise up as the people of that particular constituency and demand results. Don't just be singing for this politician like Mheshimiwa Honorable. Those people are not honorable. They're just stealing your money. This is a bunch of thieves. This is a cabal, a cartel that have come together in order to enrich themselves at the expense of. Well, thank you for watching. Make sure that you've subscribed to AFRIQ24 on YouTube and uh, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So I hope to see you next time, and I'll be giving you some of these interesting features about what is happening in the other side of the world that you might be interested in. just to know. Like this, the salt dog. This one has just arrived. This is called the salt dog. The salt dog is that just arrived ready. In the next hour, we'll be having some snow. And believe me, I will capture this moment. I'm hoping that you'll find me so that you can get the real time how these things happen in this particular country. So, asanteni sana. Make sure that umetufuata. Make sure that umesubscribe Afrique, that this is the only place to be. We don't only talk about politics, we talk about other things that happen in many parts of the world. If you've got a story that you want to share in your country, please, the email address is there, afrique d24 hours at gmail.com. Give me an email, share your story, send me the clips. We will edit it for you for free and send you back your video, and make sure that you share it widely on your platform. If you're coming from any part of Africa, if you're also interested in media and you want to exercise your skills in media, this is the place to be. We give you an opportunity to be part of us. If you also want to grow up your YouTube channel, you have a live content that you want to promote, you can come on board with that, and we'll give you some space so that you can promote your content on this vibrant platform. Otherwise, I have been Mzalendo kama kawaida. This is Afrique. Stay tuned for more.